Welcome to Beyond Ready, guiding youth to grow, thrive, and find their spark in a world of change. The podcast where we explore the stories, insights, and experiences of youth development through the lens of 4-H here in Douglas County, Kansas.
4-H, the nation's largest youth organization, empowers 6 million young people through numerous hands-on learning experiences to build a ready generation.
Sharing stories from local clubs, project groups, and volunteers, we'll explore how 4-H is creating change, building stronger communities, and equipping today's youth to meet tomorrow's challenges.
So join us, whether you're a proud 4-H alum, an active club member or volunteer, or simply looking to learn more about the world of 4-H. Let's get started.
The 2025 Douglas County Fair is quickly approaching, with the first event set to begin July 19th, which is just around the corner. However, ongoing preparation has been happening since August of 2024. So the Douglas County Fair does not happen without the coordination of K-State Extension and the Douglas County Fair Board under the direction of their executive administrator, Candice Lavalette. Hi, Candice. Thanks for joining us today.
Hello. I'm so excited.
So we know fair preparations are happening. They've been happening for months, not just for our 4-Hers, but also from the Fair Board, from Extension. So now that 4-H entries are closed, would you like to talk to us a little bit about the fair preparations moving forward?
Well, of course. So the fair beginning process starts literally the first Tuesday after the fair wraps up. So that is the first board meeting of the new year, and our board members start listening to both our volunteers, 4-H families, community members of what we did great during the fair and what we did wrong. So that's really the start of it. And from there, I start finding volunteers for our superintendent positions, for our judges. We find those people. That's where I start booking sponsors, vendors, anything and everything in between.
Full-time job.
I mean, there's a lot of little details that go into it, but we really do start that very first Tuesday in August.
Mm-hmm.
And pointing out the judges is a real important part because that mentorship lasts with those kids at the fair. So we really have to be selective in their skill set as well as how they're going to react.
Which judges we liked and which ones maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
So we know, so that timeline, we start back in August, we're moving forward. We know for our 4-Hers, like their timeline really starts in October when that new 4-H year starts, right? So October 1, that's the beginning of the 4-H year. That's when we our 4-Hers from 2024, we like them to go ahead and get enrolled for that 2025 and get those projects selected, or anybody else that would like to join 4-H. But that project selection piece is what is so important because really essentially then what we are working toward is for the county fair, for them to be able to showcase those exhibits then in the next year.
And that early time frame, because when kids go to the fair, they see projects and they're like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. And so that helps them remember, ooh, come October, I better enroll for that.
Yeah.
Right. And I'd just like to point out the 4-H member enrollment is ongoing from October 1, and a member can enroll in an array of projects. And we see that a lot of people will select multiple and not necessarily do something in that, but they think, hey, that'd be pretty cool. So they want to learn more about, and the hope is they set some goals all through that process on what they want to accomplish. And it may be enter photography or artwork in a community show, or train their dog in obedience class just so their dog minds. But for many, it does include the expectation of winning a ribbon at the fair. Over the next 7 or 8 months, they work on those goals through monthly club meetings and some target-specific project meetings with skilled volunteers, again. And they plan, practice, and present a finished product, and that is the learn by doing model. The exhibit doesn't show all the learning that takes place up to that point. So their fair exhibit is the culmination maybe, but it's not everything.
Exactly.
Yep.
And when they're at the fair, once they get to the fair and they're able to showcase those projects, that also allows them time to sit down with the judges, right? So whether it's a livestock 4-H'er interacting with the judge in the ring as they're asking them questions about their project, or our 4-H'ers that are maybe exhibiting foods or visual arts or photography, they have that opportunity to sit down with the judge that they can then also kind of recap their year with the judge. What went well? What didn't go well? What might I change, right? And then, of course, the judge is able to offer some feedback from there.
was going to say, a lot of those kids walk away learning something from the judges. Like foods is a perfect example. They go in knowing maybe something, learning a new ingredient that they didn't know more about or something, or a different way of cooking. So.
Sure. And that consultation process is a great way to learn communication skills, that one-on-one. And we walk that fine line as professionals to keep the parent involvement minimal and the parent not there speaking for them. There's kind of that magic age where it cuts off when they stop, accompanying them to the table with the baked goods or
yeah, and we see that, you see that as those kids are getting older because they're becoming more confident, right, in their ability, not maybe just for their project work, but in their communication skills, or just more confident to walk up and check themselves in and get signed up for that consultation spot. So it's super, and it's very rewarding as a professional to watch those kiddos grow, especially those ones that are super, super shy when they're younger, and you see them blossom and be successful.
And those younger kids see other kids doing it and they're like, oh, I can do that.
Right.
And it amazes the parents too. They don't think that their child's going to do it. And then boom, there they are sitting with a stranger being judged for something they did.
I like the judges too who ask for a youth helper, particularly again in foods, and they involve that youth helper somewhat. They'll say, well, what do you think? Will you try this too? So that's a nice dynamic going, that it's some peer sharing and that mentor sharing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The entire fair experience just continues to build upon what, of course, we are building as a 4-H program or a 4-H'er, continuing to build those skills. So as those 4-H'ers get older, they're able to sit with the judges, help with whatever that judging may be. And whether it's a static project, which is those non-livestock projects, or even the livestock projects, it's great to see those kids come back and they want to help.
Right.
They're excited to help. And fair is super, super important to those kids because it is a time where they're going to get to see their friends from other clubs that they don't get to see every day, right? And they get to hang out with them maybe for the day or maybe for the week, depending on what the situation might be.
Might be a time to say that County Fair is an annual summer event for all Douglas County communities to come together to celebrate, and the 4-H youth to exhibit, compete, and to learn from each other. And it's a great time for fun and games and food.
Of course.
And it seems everybody has a county fair story. Everyone.
This is true. Some are good, some are... Whew.
Yeah. Do you remember that year?
I'll throw myself under the bus. My favorite story so far is the year I ordered blue champion ribbons that were supposed to be purple. Yeah. Luckily, we have such gracious families that laughed at it with me, and we moved along.
Yeah.
And it may or may not be a fix, but we keep on going, right?
Yes, absolutely. Well, they have favorite fair stories and favorite fair food.
Yes.
That's the other fun part of the fair.
I love the lemonade ladies.
Oh, yes. Mr. Clint Flory loves his malt cups.
Does.
Let's throw him out there.
Yes, yeah. So the 4-H concession stand, that is something that is a staple from the concession stand. That is also something else that our 4-H'ers look forward to when they come to the county fair, is working that 4-H concession stand. It's a great time, again, for them. They work at it as a club. So clubs are assigned to a concession stand time, and they're able to go in and work in shifts and be able to serve the public. But it's a good time for them to work and continue to build those friendships. But it is also really important skills that they're building as they are serving the public as well. And the funds that the 4-H'ers raise from the 4-H concession stand goes back to the 4-H'ers throughout the year.
Sure.
I think sometimes we kind of get lost in all that and don't remember what exactly we're raising those funds for, but those funds are going back to the 4-H'ers in the county, helping kids go to camp or programs, beyond the county level, or our reading contest, all those books that we were able to purchase for kids to read for the fair. So those funds are super important for the kids as well. But really the most important part is that friendship building and the skill building.
Right. The concession stand is interesting because there's part nostalgia and part wanting to support, because my 20-somethings, they come every year, some judge, but they always eat at the concession stand because they said, I'm going to support that. I may go to the lemonade lady, but I'm going to support the concession stand.
Always.
Yes. And our prices are really good.
Yes.
Super good. So, Candice, do you want to tell us a little bit about all the other activities that happen for the fair?
Of course. All right. So we've just got a list of it. We have the carnival, huge hit. No, we do not know the price of the tickets yet, but as soon as we do, we announce that, I promise. We've got the Derby, 2 nights again, petting zoo. We got the Barnyard Olympics, pie contest. This is a great one. Go ahead, get on our website, look through the fair book, and join the pie contest. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Bake a pie. We have prizes anywhere from like $20 to $100 if you win your prize or contest, right? Yeah.
I'm going to bake a pie.
Yeah. homemade pies. And then those pies are served at the concession stand. So it goes right back to our 4-Hers.
Yeah. I guess I should kind of talk about like what the week looks like for our 4-Hers too. All the 4-Hers will come in on the Monday, the
28th.
28th.
Yeah.
Thank you. They'll come in on the 28th to enter all their exhibits. And then the 29th will kick off with our first show in the morning will be the poultry show. And then our goat show in the evening. And then that's Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we will roll into a whole nother set of shows that start at 11.
11.
I think they start at 11. And that'd be like the dairy show.
Rabbits
will go on. And then that evening will be your swine show. For the evening show. And then Thursday we do a round robin, a small animal round robin. So that's where our poultry and our rabbit kids, the top 2 showmen from each age group will compete in kind of like an overall showman competition. And then Thursday evening will be our sheep show.
Don't forget our llamas and alpacas in
Our
the
llamas
morning
and
on
alpacas
Thursday.
are also on Thursday.
Really fun show to watch.
Yep. And we'll do some livestock judging that day as well. It's time for kids to learn how to evaluate the animals for themselves at the fair. And then Friday is our beef show. We will roll right into Saturday, which is a big day. That is awards day and auction day, and it's starting to wind down, so the kids are kind of starting to get a little bummed, but it is
looking a little dazed.
Yes,
depending on
yes, definitely looking a little tired. But then, of course, on Sunday we will check everything out and send everything home.
Yep.
And start on State Fair.
State Fair. And then start planning for the next year.
Right.
Yes.
Right away.
Yeah. So State Fair, our kiddos in the static exhibits or rabbit and poultry, those State Fair entries will start to come in through the week of the fair. So to be able to exhibit at the State Fair in those project areas, they have to just receive a purple ribbon. We do have a few projects where it's very specific. So our visual arts projects, those exhibits are selected by the judges that will then go on to the State Fair. But past that, it's the
That's a
purple ribbons.
huge project area across the state.
Yes.
So they have to really limit to showcase the best of the best.
Yes, absolutely. So, anything else anybody wants to talk about?
And don't forget that the fair is not just open for our 4-H members, but community members can come bring some foods, arts and crafts, and all of that is found on our website and our fair book.
And those open classes, they just show up at
They
their
just will
times
show up on Monday the 28th.
with their artwork
Yep.
or their produce.
And will be judged.
Yeah.
The link to the fair book will be in our show notes. And we also will have some some 4-H resource guides on the purpose of and outcome of the consultation judging, and another article labeled 4-H project is more than just the fair. So it really shows the whole gamut of that 4-H project work and what the kids are working on all year long as well.
And that judging piece is available, will be in the show notes, and it also emphasizes how the evaluation product is. It's a Danish system, because people say, how do they select these ribbon placings? So if you want to know more about that, check it out.
Well, thanks for coming in today to visit with us, Candice.
Thanks for having me.
The Douglas County Fair will be open to the public from July 29th through August 2nd, and you can view the Douglas County Fair schedule and fair details again on the Douglas County Fair website in the fair book, as well as in our show notes. And next month we will be back, and we are going to discuss the 4-H Thrive model with one of our 4-H alumni.
Thank you for listening to K-State Research and Extension Douglas County's podcast. We hope you tune in again for not only more research-based information and resources you can trust, but also good conversation. Until next time.